Hey guys, welcome to Initiate Scientia, where science meets you. Be cool, comfortably watch our videos, and all the best for your upcoming exams. Stay safe and be healthy. Pulley. Figure 3.20 A and B shows a simple pulley. It is a metallic or wooden disc with a grooved rim. A string or rope is passed around the groove at the rim. The disc rotates about an axle passing through its center. The axle is fixed rigidly to the frame by means of nails. A single pulley can be used in two ways. As a fixed pulley by keeping its axis of rotation stationary, that is keeping its frame fixed in position, and as a movable pulley by changing its axis of rotation, that is keeping the whole frame movable. Single fixed pulley. A pulley which has its own axis of rotation stationary in position is called a fixed pulley. The figure shows a single fixed pulley in which the axle is fixed to a rigid support and an inextensible strong string of negligible mass passes around the grooved rim of the pulley. One end of the string is connected to the load L while the effort E is applied at the other free end of the string. Both the loads L and the effort E act downwards. On pulling the string downwards by the effort, the pulley rotates and the load moves up. The tension throughout the string is T, acting upwards. This type of pulley is used for lifting a small load such as a water bucket or a basket. Note, it is a force due to friction between the string and the surface of the rim of the pulley which rotates the pulley when the string is pulled down. MA, VR and efficiency of a single fixed pulley. If we neglect 1, the mass of the string, and 2, the friction at the axle, then in the balanced position of the load we have L equal to T, E equal to T when the pulley is not rotating. So E equal to L. Thus, in case of a single fixed pulley, in an ideal case, the effort needed to lift a load is equal to the load itself. In the figure, for L equal to 10 kgf or 98 Newton, E is equal to 98 Newton. Then, mechanical advantage L by E is equal to T by T, that is 1. Thus, in this arrangement, there is no gain in mechanical advantage. If the point of application of effort E moves a distance d downwards, the load L also moves the same distance d upwards, that is dE equal to d. Then dL equal to d. Velocity ratio equal to dE by dL, that is d by d equal to 1. Hence, efficiency eta is equal to MA by VR is 1 or 100%. In actual practice, however, there is always some friction at the axle or in the pulley bearings, so the effort needed is little more than the load to be lifted. Thus, mechanical advantage is less than 1 but velocity ratio is 1. So, efficiency is always less than 100%. Now, the question arises when there is no gain either in mechanical advantage or in speed. Why then is a fixed pulley used? A fixed pulley is used only to change the direction of effort to be applied. That is, with its use, the effort can be applied in a more convenient direction. It is difficult to apply effort upwards to lift a load up directly, but it becomes easier with the help of a fixed pulley, because effort can now be applied in downward direction to raise the load up. Further, to apply the effort downwards, one can conveniently make use of one's own weight also for effort. A single movable pulley. A pulley whose axis of rotation is movable, that is not fixed in position, is called a movable pulley. The figure shows a single movable pulley suspended by passing an inextensible string of negligible mass around the grooved rim. The load L to be raised is suspended from its axle. One end of the string is tied to the hook H at a rigid support and the effort E is applied at its free end. The tension T acts on the string on both sides of the pulley as shown. MA, VR and efficiency of a single movable pulley. In the figure, if we neglect 1, the friction in the pulley bearings or at the axle, and 2, the weight of the pulley and string, the load L is balanced by tension T in 2 segments of the string and the effort E balances the tension T at the free end. So, L equal to T plus T, that is 2T, and E equal to T. Therefore, E is L by 2. Thus, using a single movable pulley, Load can be lifted by applying an effort equal to half the load in ideal situation. That is, a single movable pulley acts as a force multiplier. Now, mechanical advantage is load L by effort E. MA is 2T by T, that is 2. When the free end of the string is pulled up by the effort through a distance D, the load is raised up through a distance D by 2. The reason is that the segment of string on both sides of the pulley moves up by a distance D by 2. That is, if DE is D and DL is D by 2, then velocity ratio is DE by DL. VR is D by D2 equal to 2. Hence, efficiency is MA by VR, that is 2 by 2 equal to 1 or 100%. For an actual single movable pulley, due to friction in the pulley bearings or at the axle and the weight of the pulley and string, the effort needed to lift up a load L will be more than L by 2. So the mechanical advantage will be less than 2. Since the velocity ratio remains 2, hence the efficiency will be less than 1 or 100%. Way to change the direction of effort using a movable pulley. With a single movable pulley, the effort is to be applied in upward direction. However, it is inconvenient to apply effort in an upward direction. Therefore, a movable pulley A is used along with a fixed pulley B to change the direction of effort as shown in the figure. The load is attached to the axle of the movable pulley A and the effort is applied in the downward direction at the free end of the string, passing over the fixed pulley B. One can also use his own weight as effort, which will be quite convenient. Note, the mechanical advantage and velocity ratio of the arrangement shown in figure 3.23 remains the same as that of a single movable pulley. That is, in ideal case, MA equal to 2 and VR is equal to 2. Comparison between a single fixed pulley and a single movable pulley. Single fixed pulley. It is fixed to a rigid support. Single movable pulley, it is not fixed to a rigid support. Its ideal mechanical advantage is 1, its ideal mechanical advantage is 2. Its velocity ratio is 1, its velocity ratio is 2. The weight of pulley itself does not affect its mechanical advantage. The weight of pulley itself reduces its mechanical advantage. It is used to change the direction of effort from upward to downward. It is used as a force multiplier. The load moves in a direction opposite to that of the effort. The load moves in the direction of the effort. The axis of rotation does not move in space. The axis of rotation also moves in space. Combination of pulleys. When a heavy load is to be lifted or shifted from one place to another, we require a pulley system of mechanical advantage much more than 2. So a single movable pulley is not enough. A combination of several pulleys with one or more strong thick strings or rope is then used. The combination can be made in two ways. Using one fixed pulley and several movable pulleys attached to the same rigid support, or 2, using several pulleys in two blocks of which lower block is movable and the upper block is fixed. This is known as block and tackle system. Using one fixed pulley and other movable pulleys. The figure shows a system of 3 movable pulleys A, B, C used with fixed pulley D. Each movable pulley is suspended with a separate string around its rim. The tension is same in one string, but it is different in different strings, being maximum in the string of the pulley to which the load is attached. Mechanical advantage. In equilibrium, effort E is T3. The two segments of the string passing over the pulley A supports the load L. Therefore, tension T1 in the string is given as 2T1 equal to L. T1 is L by 2. Similarly, the two segments of the string passing over the pulley B supports the tension T1. So, T2 in this string is 2T2 is T1. T2 is T1 by 2 is L by 2 square. Similarly, tension T3 in the string passing over the pulley C is given as 2T3 equal to T2, or T3 is T2 by 2, that is L by 2 cube. From equation 4, load L is 2 cube into T3. From equation 1 and 5, E is equal to L by 2 cube. Hence, mechanical advantage MA is L by E, that is 2 cube. In general, if there are n movable pulleys with one fixed pulley, the mechanical advantage is then ma equal to 2 power n. Velocity ratio. As one end of each string passing over a movable pulley is fixed, so the other end of the string moves up twice the distance moved by the axle of the movable pulley. If the load L attached to the pulley A moves up by a distance x, that is dl equal to x, the string connected to the axle of pulley B moves up by a distance 2x. The string connected to the axle of pulley C moves by a distance of 2 square x. And the distance moved by pulley D is 2 cube x. The effort E moves by a distance 2 cube x, or dE is 2 cube x. Velocity ratio VR is distance moved by the effort dE by distance moved by the load dL. 2 cube x by x is 2 cube. In general, if there are n movable pulleys connected to a fixed pulley, then velocity ratio is VR equal to 2 power n. Efficiency is ma by VR, that is 1 or 100%. The efficiency of this arrangement is 100% only in ideal situation. Note, in actual practice, both 1. The weight of the pulleys and string, and 2. The friction between the bearings of the pulleys reduce the mechanical advantage, and thus efficiency becomes less than 100%. Using several pulleys in 2 blocks. Block and tackle system. In this system of pulleys, 2 blocks of pulleys are used. One block upper having several pulleys is attached to a rigid support, that is fixed, and the other block lower having several pulleys is movable. This arrangement is called the block and tackle system. For the convenience of applying effort in downward direction, the number of pulleys in the movable lower block is kept either equal to or 1 less than the number of pulleys in the fixed upper block. A strong inextensible string of negligible mass passes around all the pulleys. One end of the string is attached to the hook of the lower block, or it is attached to the hook of the upper block, so as to apply the effort in downward direction. The figure shows a block and tackle system of 5 pulleys, in which one end of the string is attached to the hook of the lower back, while this figure shows a block and tackle system of 4 pulleys, in which one end of the string is attached to the hook of the upper block. The load L is attached to the movable lower block, and the effort E is applied at the free end of the string. The tension along the entire length of the string is same and is denoted as T. Mechanical advantage. In figure 3.25, the tension in the 5 segments of the string supports the load L. Therefore, L is 5T. E is equal to T. E is L by 5. Now, mechanical advantage is L by E. 5T by T is 5. Similarly, in this figure, the tension in 4 segments of the string supports the load L. Therefore, L is equal to 4T equal to T. E is L by 4. So, MA is equal to L by E, 4T by T, that is 4. In general, if the total number of pulleys used in both the blocks is N and the effort is applied and in downward direction, then the tension in the N segments of the string supports the load. Therefore, L is equal to NT and E is equal to T, or E is L by N. Thus, the effort required to balance the load is E equal to L by N. Thus, in a block and tackle system, the effort gets multiplied n times, where n is the total number of pulleys in the system. It therefore acts as a force multiplier. Ma is equal to L by E, that is Nt by T is n. Total number of pulleys in both the blocks. Velocity ratio. In a system of n pulleys, if the load moves up through a distance d, each segment of the string supporting the load is loosened by a length d, so the effort n moves through a distance nd. That is, dl is equal to d. Then de is equal to nd. Velocity ratio is de by dl, nd by n equal to n. Thus, velocity ratio is equal to the number of strands of the tackle or number of sections of the string supporting the load. Efficiency is ma by Vr, n by n is 1 or 100%. But efficiency is 100% only in an ideal situation. But in actual practice, there is always some friction in the bearings of the pulleys, and also the weight of the string and the weight of the lower block with pulleys is not negligible. So, the mechanical advantage decreases and hence its efficiency decreases. Note: the pulley system is only a force multiplier, and just like other machines, there is no gain in energy. This can be seen as follows. Work done by effort is equal to effort into distance moved by effort, NED. Work done on load is load into distance moved by load, L into D, that is NED. Thus, there is no gain in energy. Effect of weight of pulleys on MA, VR and efficiency. Consider a system of N pulleys. Let W be the total weight of the lower block along with the pulleys in it. In the balanced position, E is equal to T, L plus W is NT. L is equal to NT minus W, that is NE minus W. Mechanical advantage is L by E, NE minus W by E, that is N minus W by E. Thus, mechanical advantage is always less than the ideal value N. The velocity ratio does not change. It remains N. That is, VR is equal to N. Here, hence, efficiency is MA by VR, that is N minus WE by N. So, efficiency is 1 minus W by NE. Thus, the efficiency is reduced due to weight of the lower block of pulleys. More the weight of the lower block, less is the efficiency. For greater efficiency, the pulleys in the lower block should be as light as possible, and the friction in the bearings of the pulleys should be minimized by the use of lubricants.
Hit the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get instant updates of the video that we post.